As soon as I said, yeah, I did, barely blinked. And hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video is a story time. And yes, y'all read the title right. Today's story is how I stole my best friend's boyfriend. I feel the judginess coming on. It's okay, y'all. It's okay. I don't blame you because I would judge too. Anyways, so before we hop into this story, you guys might want to go grab a snack, grab a drink, get comfortable, okay, guys? Because it's going to get real. It's going to get juicy. Okay. Also, before I forget, if you haven't yet already, make sure you subscribe, hit that post notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. Because I promise you, there's going to be some crazier stories, you guys. I guarantee you. Okay. Okay. So, this story takes place when I was in 10th grade, okay? And it has to do with 3 good friends of mine at that time, okay? And everyone I'm naming in this video, I'm going to say right now, they all have alias names. Anything I name is not even close to what their real name is, and don't even try to guess who it is. But yeah, so, okay. So my main best friend that I stole her boyfriend, we're going to call her Liz. We're going to call her Liz. We're going to call Liz's boyfriend Phil, okay? So, we were in 10th grade. To give a really long story short, Liz has never had a boyfriend. I've known Phil, not like personally, but I've known of him since I was in the 5th grade. So, you know, I kind of have a gist of who he is. But I didn't really know him, so I wasn't trying to be like, he's a complete, you know. So anyways, Liz never had a boyfriend. This is going to be her first boyfriend. They hit it off because we all had lunch together and whatnot. We all got really cool really fast, right? So, Liz was a cheerleader. Phil used to be a football player, but I think he stopped in his senior year. He was a senior also. So this was his last year of high school. And I had a boyfriend too at this time. This kind of plays into the factor later on. But whatchamacallit. So whatever. So since Liz was a cheerleader, I didn't do anything. Did I work at that time? I'm pretty sure I was working. I was 16. Maybe not. I don't remember. But I do remember always being either everyone come to my house or we would go to Phil's house and wait for Liz to get out of cheerleading practice. And his house was closer to the high school anyways. Sorry about that, guys. I had a phone call. Okay, anyways, we'd always go between my house and Phil's house and also another friend, Junior's house. I'm calling him Junior. That you'll learn a little bit into the story. But right now, mainly, we always go either to my house, because my house is the middle between everyone's house, and my mom was really chill and laid back, so we could always go to my house. My mom didn't care, you know. She liked it better when we were at my house anyways, because she knew that I wasn't getting into anything. And everyone liked going to my house because my mom either cooked or ordered us food. So that was a plus, obviously. Free food, who wouldn't want that, right? Anyways, so it's either our house, and then if Lizzie had cheerleading practice, we'd mainly be at Phil's house. And Phil's mom, she was a sweetheart. And you know, my mom is all about, like, when you go to someone's house, you never go empty-handed. So she always made sure I came with stuff like snacks, fruits, whatever, juice, something. And Phil's mom, like, you know, she would tell me, like, you know, like, oh, Jen, you're so nice, you're so sweet, you have such good morals, you come from a good family. And I was just like, oh, thank you, appreciate it. She's like, I really kind of, like, you know, wish though that Phil met you and had interest in you instead of Liz. And I was just like, because she's like, you know, Liz and Phil, they just argue, like, it's like a second they'd be having a good moment, and then she's like, full-blown argument, she's always yelling at him, blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh, well, you know, like, they're great, you know, like, it's just like, I don't know how to put it. I was just like, that's my best friend, like, I can't, like, talk bad about my best friend. And then I was just like, you know, I always feel like some moms are, like, against the girlfriend And that, I mean, his mom wasn't like that, but still, like, she saw more than what we saw, like, their arguments, because it was, like, I used to say behind closed doors, but Liz was a little loud, so it was kind of hard to be behind, keeping closed doors quiet. So whatever, you know, she kind of voiced to me how she felt about Liz, and I was just like, I'm sure they'll get better, you know, like, I don't know what they could be arguing about, you know. Liz has a very short temper, short fuse, or whatever, so... Anyways, since Liz did have cheerleading practice, it left Phil to be with me and like 2 of our other friends sometimes, you know, while we wait for her. And you know, obviously we were lunch buddies also, so it was like us lunch crew, since we hung out after school too. Like, we grew closer and whatnot, and we got cool. And then sometimes when we weren't waiting at Phil's house and we would not go to my house automatically, we would go to Junior's house, who actually lived like 2-3 blocks away from me at the time. And he played video games, and I was like into video games too at that time. And Junior had like Tekken and stuff, and I wasn't allowed to play have fighting games at my house, because my dad was like, but girl, not supposed to do that, whatever, right? So that's why before Phil and Liz were a thing, I used to go to Junior's house to do that anyways, because we were chill like that. We had a few classes beforehand with each other. So Phil kind of tagged along, like, you know, like, because Liz and I lived close together, so if anything, like, if she couldn't stay too late, she would go by our house and just see us instead of going to Phil's, because then she'd have to take a bus, and buses, I don't know, it was just too much time, whatever. So she would just meet us at Junior's or my house. So one day we were at Junior's house and we were playing video games, and I noticed like Phil was getting like a little closer, a little comfortable, and I was just like, maybe I'm just overthinking it, like. But I noticed like it was like his like leg kind of like just got closer, and we were on a couch in Junior's apartment. We were on a couch in Junior's apartment playing video games. So it was Junior on this side, me in the middle, and Phil. And there was space in between us all, like at least this much, right? All of a sudden, Phil was like, oh, I want to be more centered. And I was just like, okay. And then he was like, you're in the middle. Like, you want to switch spots even though my turn is next? And I don't know, I just wanted to be in the middle. And he was like, no, that's okay. I was like, all right. And then he kind of like scooted a little closer, and like then our legs were like this, and I was like, it's a little too close for comfort, right? And then like he like had put his hand, like you guys could see, he had put his hand over like his like leg, and it was like kind of touching next to my leg, and I was like, I must be like thinking honestly too much into this. And it kind of felt like he kind of put his hand on my leg, and then it kind of like he just kept rubbing his leg, like, I don't know, it was just weird. I was just like, I don't even want to know. And then his hand kind of like touched my leg and then went back, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, you okay? I mean, it's okay, but are you okay? And he was like, yeah. And he like kind of seemed like he was trying to be like a little flirty-ish but weird, and I was like, I hope I'm thinking wrong. I really hope it. And whatever, nothing really got more into it at that time. And he seemed to be a little, as time went on, he kind of got like a little flirty-ish, right? And like pretty much, yeah, a little flirty-ish, a little friendly. And I was like, something doesn't feel right. And I should have said something, but I wasn't trying to assume stuff and start problems, especially when you're in high school, you know, like everything is freaking drastic. So I wasn't trying to start anything. And whatever. So so Phil and Junior would come to my house, and also we had another friend named, we're gonna call her Lynn. Lynn lived by the high school too, So sometimes we'd go to her house. Mainly we would go to her house if we were staying there like all day. So mostly her house was like the weekend thing, because her house was more laid back than mine. But mine was just more cooler because my mom would provide food. Okay, food is the main thing. But also sometimes my mom wouldn't always let me out because I had a strict household. We'd always bounce between those 3 houses. My house, Phil's, Junior's. I don't really count Junior's that much, and Lynn's. Lynn's was definitely like the weekend hangout. And I wanted to tell Lynn, but I couldn't. And then we had another really good friend. Her name, what am I gonna call her? Sarah. We'll call her Sarah. Okay, and Sarah was a cheerleader too. And then I think this is around the time that she hurt her ankle. And yeah, it had to be. So we were all really close. We're all hanging out more and stuff with each other. And, you know, like, my mom is a very loving, sweet woman. Okay, like, she acts like your mom. So, like, I guess Phil, I don't know, took it some kind of way. And he was like, your mom really loves me. I was like, my mom loves almost all my friends. As long as you guys are nice and respect her and our house and me, she's gonna, you know, treat you like one of her own. So don't take it any kind of way. Like, don't let it get to your head. That's just my mom. And he was like, I think she treats me a little bit more special. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I really don't. He's like, you know, my mom really loves you. I was like, your mom's a sweet woman. She loves everyone, in my opinion. He goes, she really doesn't. She really favors you out of, like, everyone. I was like, that's cool. I mean, I guess because I'm just nice and, you know, I bring stuff to the house. I don't know. I was just not trying to be like, yeah, I know your mom loves me or stuff like that. And he was just, like, hinting at that. And I was like, oh, why are you being weird? And I was just like, it's starting to feel uncomfortable. And, like, one of the girls kind of noticed it, and I was like, I don't know. And they're like, maybe you should tell Liz. And I was like, how is she gonna take that? Like, I don't know. But, like, I agreed too. And, like, I had told Liz, and I was so scared, you guys, so scared, like, that I thought something. And she was just like, she got mad because it just goes 0 to 100 real quick. Like, she was, like, bipolar. And so they argued or whatever, and he was like, Jen's exaggerating, blah, blah, blah. She's a liar. So it kind of sparked a little something between us, and she got a little defensive. And I was just like, you could ask Sarah and Lynn. They were there. They seen it. And she did. And they were like, yeah, Phil seemed a little sus, like, you know. So we still stayed friends at this moment. And I guess Phil kind of, like, backed up with some time. So whatever, fast forward. When they were at Junior's house again. This time we were going to, I think we were going to go back to Phil's house or Lynn's house after we were playing video games. We decided to go and meet up there. Pretty sure we were going to go meet up at Lynn's house because we were all going there. And I almost said her real name. Liz was going to meet us at Lynn's house. And so Phil was taking a shower. And, oh, not Phil, I'm sorry. Junior was taking a shower. So me and Phil were in the living room or whatever. And we were playing video games. And this boy puts his hand on my leg. And I was just like, you must be crazy. I took his hand off real quick and was like, what are you doing? And he was just like, come on, Jen, like, you know I like you, and if you didn't know, I think you're hot. And I was just like, I don't look at you that way. Like, I have a boyfriend, I'm good, like, serious relationship, like, I'm sorry, like, you date my best friend. And he was like, well, you know, we've been on the rocks. And I'm just like, you're still with my best friend. I would never, ever, ever cross that line, like, ever. And he was like, you know, we're rocky. I was like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't see you that way. I literally look at you like my big brother because we got close. So we call each other big brother, little sister, whatever. and now you want to pull this. And like he gets closer and I was like, dude, like you really need to stop. Like I'm not about this. He goes, I see how you're with me, you're flirting. I was like, I'm really not. He goes, your mom loves me. I was like, I told you that before, bro. My mom loves anyone as long as you're nice, respectful to her, me, our family, our house. She's gonna love you. She's gonna treat you like her own. So I told you, don't let that get through. Like, don't think anything more than what it is. And then he was like, he's like, well, my mom loves you. And he kept bringing it up, and I was like, okay, that's not gonna factor into anything. If I'm not gonna do my friend wrong, I don't see you that way. Like I legit don't see you that way. So like, crush that, because I'm not trying to have any problems. And like he tried to kiss me, and he's like, stop lying. And I got up and I was like, you're flipping bugging, bro. Like, no. So I got up. I was like, I'm leaving. I stay away from me. And I left. And I told Junior, I was like, I gotta go. My boyfriend wants to see me. And I didn't hang out with him that day. And I really couldn't tell my friends anything, because they would tell Liz in a heartbeat. And I get it, like that's the right thing to do, but like I was just like I was stuck in such a hard place, because I was just like, last time I said something, it pretty much got flipped on me if I didn't have like, you know, like the girls to back me up. And I was like, fuck, like what do I really do? Like I was stressed out. Like I can't tell them, because then they're gonna tell her, then I'm gonna look like the bad person in both ways. I don't have any witnesses this time to be like, yeah, Jen didn't do anything, Phil came on her. Like no, like it's easily gonna be flipped right on me, like no one was there, she was really trying, blah blah blah. And I was just like, I can't, like I'm just gonna really distance myself. Sorry, I'm at the park. And so some time goes by, like a few days, and then a week. All of a sudden Phil is trying to text me saying, babe, why aren't you talking to me? Why are you avoiding me? I was like, why are you calling me babe? Like I have a whole boyfriend. He's crazy. If he sees these messages, you're dead. Like, oh, crazy dead. And your girlfriend finds out, we're both dead. And that and whatever. But this boy was smart, okay? He was texting me off text-free numbers. And the only reason why I knew it was him is because he's like, babe, da-da-da-da, it's Phil. And I was just like, at first I was like, this is a trap. But then I was like, but I was still answering the same way. Like, I was just like, why are you calling me babe? And he was like, cause, you know, you really do have a special place in my heart. You stop playing, blah, 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 whatever. And then I was, you know, I said the same thing. I was like, you're with my friend, you need to stop, I'm gonna tell her, and blah blah blah. He's like, we're not gonna be together for long, blah blah blah. So I tried. I was like, you know what, I just gotta do it. So I went and I told Liz, and I showed her the messages, and I was like, look, he even says that it's him. And I was like, I swear to God, like I never gave him any signals. I never tried to get him any indication that I wanted anything with him. And whatever, so she told him, and he flipped it on me. She took his word. He said it was all me that was trying to get on him, and he didn't want to say anything to get in the middle of our friendship. And I was like, guys make us girls at that time in high school do dumb stuff. Like, we believe anything. Like, we think we're in love, and we think that they're right, and they wouldn't do us wrong. Well, guess what? He did it wrong, okay? So he was wrong. I was so mad. Lost my best friend. Like, she was literally my best friggin' friend. And she stopped being my friend. She stopped talking to me. I lost Sarah because Sarah took her side. I met Sarah through Liz. They were both cheerleaders, and shit got real, because I was just like, damn. And Lynn was like, I don't know if this is the right way to use this word, but she was like the mediator. She was in between. She was neutral. She was just like not getting in it, but they were like not as close to Lynn, but they were still cool with her, because like they were trying to get to me at the same time, because Lynn would hang out with me, because she was like, I know the truth. I seen it. I know how you are. So I know that, I almost said his name. I know that Phil is lying, because she's known him and she knows what his rep is. So whatever, fast forward it. Me and Liz, we would see each other because her best friend also lived, well, her best friend's dad lived a few blocks away. So we'd see each other and kind of just like give the look like whatever. And then, so fast forward to the summertime, right? Yeah, it was like beginning of summer. We have this main pizza spot that we'd always go to, all of us, and then obviously it was just me and Lynn, and her brother worked there, so we went every day as a ritual. Religiously we went there. So I see Liz and Sarah, and I'm pretty sure I saw Liz's best friend with them too, outside the pizzeria when Lynn and I are walking. And I'm texting my boyfriend. I was like, they're outside the pizzeria. I'm having a bad vibe. I feel like something is literally really bad gonna go down. He's like, don't go, turn around. And I was just like, I'm thinking nothing's really gonna happen at all. And I never been into a fight at this point ever, okay? And I thought it was like big and bad shit, all right? Like, but I honestly didn't think anything was gonna happen. I was like, no, I'm gonna go in, eat my pizza. It's gonna be okay. I'm with Lynn. Nothing's gonna happen. We always cross paths. I just never had this vibe. We almost get to like the front of the pizzeria. Lynn steps in front of me and she goes, just tell me the truth. Tell me that you tried to take Phil from me. Just tell me you tried to take my boyfriend. Just tell me. Just be honest. Da, 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 da. Stop lying. And I was just like, I didn't. I really didn't. She's like, just, Jennifer, just admit the truth. Just tell me you really did. And she's in my face, just screaming this and that. And freaking Sarah's behind her, like, yeah, just do it. Just say it. And I was just like, I didn't. And she kept going on and on and on. I was like, oh my God, you're not going to leave me alone until I say yes. So yes, yeah, I hooked up with your boyfriend. Yeah, I tried to take your boyfriend. It was all my plan. All my plan. Like, biggest mistake for me to do. She, as soon as I said, yeah, I did, barely blinked and boom, she hit me. I was like, oh my God. And then Sarah jumped in like, Sarah, what are you doing? Like, you're not a part of this. Why? I really don't. So whatever, they both only get one hit. Whatever, they ran. My mom came, my boyfriend somehow, I forgot how, I think I called them or whatever. They came to the scene, whatever, got them arrested, got a restraining order. And yeah, so I even lost my best friend even more. Sarah called me. I was fuming because Sarah got into something that wasn't even her business to get into. Like, I get that's your friend, but like, this was not even your fight to get into. But whatever, she freaking called me that night of the fight and was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you. I saw everyone that I ever like hated and had problems with and had something against. I remember it word for word because that just mind boggled me, blew my mind that she said some stuff for the reason why she hit me. I was just like, I'm not stupid. I really must seem stupid if you think I'm gonna believe that. Like, I was like, whatever. I'm not dropping the charges. And then I got a restraining order. And that, come to find out later on, okay, Liz and Phil stayed together. Guess what? They ended up breaking up because Liz found out Phil cheated on her. And then he admitted, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, because you're dumb. Jen never did anything. She never did a thing. I lied. It was really me that was trying to do all that stuff. She was a real friend because she went and told you, showed you the proof. You didn't want to believe it and that. But guess what? I really was the one that was trying to get with her and try stuff. But hey, glad I fucked up a friendship. He was like, it backfired on me. And yeah, so that is how I stole my best friend's boyfriend. I really didn't, okay? Y'all really thought I did. And it went around my whole high school that I stole her boyfriend. Stayed that story until I graduated. People believed it, even though after the truth, they were just like, Jen looks like that type. And I was just like, I was like, not a loner, but like, I was so quiet in high school. Like, nobody even like, people knew my name because I had the resting bitch face, but that was it. Like, I never said anything to anyone. I never had any real problems with people. So it was just crazy. It's because I really don't know, but yeah, that's what people knew about me for, like, until I probably graduated. They probably still think that. I know a lot of people still think that. Not like I care. It's been like 11 years at this point since I've been, well, more, because I was 10th grade, but since I graduated high school, it's been about 11 years this month. So yeah, so that is the story of how I stole my best friend's boyfriend. Don't judge, y'all, okay? I mean, you can make up your own story, but I promise you guys there'll be better stories after this. It just gets, I don't know if you want to call it better, but it gets juicier, crazier. I've lived a lot, y'all. A lot. So, and if you want to know if I kept in contact after all with them, if I ever had any interaction with them, comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that post notification bell, y'all. And thank you for watching. I'll check you guys out later. Bye.